Chapter 27. Mature Age. Mature age begins at 35 years of age and ends at 56 years of age. A man of mature age should know how to govern his home and how to orient his children. In formal life, every man of mature age is head of a family. The man who has not set up his home and made his fortune during his youth and mature age will no longer form it. He is, as a matter of fact, a failure. Those who attempt to set up a home and make their fortune during old age are truly worthy of pity. The ego of covetousness goes to extremes and wants to accumulate riches. A human being needs bread, clothing, and shelter. It is necessary to have bread, our own house, dresses, suits, coats to cover the body, but a human being does not need to accumulate enormous sums of money in order to live. We do not defend wealth nor misery. Both extremes are to be condemned. There are many who wallow in the mud of misery, and there are also many who wallow in the mud of wealth. It is necessary to possess a modest fortune, that is to say, a beautiful house with lovely gardens, a sure source of income, always be well dressed, and not to suffer hunger. This is normal for every human being. Misery, hunger, illness, and ignorance should never exist in any country that boasts of being cultured and civilized. Democracy still does not exist, but we need to create it. While there exists a single person without bread, clothing, or shelter, democracy is practically nothing but a beautiful ideal. Parents should be understanding, intelligent, and never be wine drinkers, gluttons, drunkards, tyrants, etc. Every mature man knows through his own experience that children imitate his example, and if the latter is mistaken, it will indicate absurd paths to his descendants. It is truly stupid for a mature man to have several women and live in drinking sprees, banquets, orgies, etc. The responsibility of the entire family falls on a mature man, and it is clear that if he treads on mistaken paths, he will bring more disorder to the world, more confusion, more bitterness. A father and mother should understand the difference between the sexes. It is necessary for fathers and mothers to strive with all their heart to promote a vital change in every curriculum in schools. A woman should be prepared from the school desk for the sublime mission that corresponds to her as mother and as wife. It is necessary for parents as well as teachers of schools, colleges, and universities to worry more about bringing to a woman the femininity that corresponds to her. It is stupid to militarize women, to force them to march with drums and flags through the streets of cities as if they were males. A woman should be fully feminine, and a man should be fully masculine. The intermediate sex, homosexuality, is the product of degeneration and savagery. Girls who dedicate themselves to long and difficult studies become old and no one marries them. Normally, a woman should be dedicated to the home life, but due to the cruelty of this age in which we live, a woman needs to work to eat and live. In a truly cultured and civilized society, a woman does not need to work outside her home in order to live. This thing about working outside the home is cruelty of the worst type. The generated man of today has created a false order of things and has made woman lose her femininity. He has taken her out of the house and made her a slave. A woman transformed into a tomboy with the intellect of a man, smoking cigarettes and reading the newspaper, half naked with skirt riding above her knees of playing cards, is the result of degenerated men of this age, the social blemish of a civilization which is dying. A woman transformed into a modern spy, a drug-addicted doctor, a sports champion woman, an alcoholic, a denaturalized woman who denies breastfeeding her children so that she does not lose her beauty, is an execrable symptom of a false civilization. The time has arrived to organize the army of world salvation with men and women of goodwill who are truly willing to struggle against the false order of things. The time has arrived to establish in the world a new civilization, a new culture. A woman is the fundamental stone of the home, and if this stone is badly carved, full of ridges and deformations of all types, the result of social life will be a catastrophe. A militarized college of men is absurd, but a militarized college of women, besides being absurd, becomes frightfully ridiculous. It is disgusting to see future wives, future mothers that will carry a child in their bosom, marching like men through the highways of a city. This not only indicates loss of femininity in the gender, but also points out the sore spot, indicating the loss of masculinity in man. A man, a true man, a fully masculine man, can never accept a militarized parade of women. The masculine scruple, the psychological idiosyncrasy of the male, the mind of man, feels truly disgusted at his type of spectacle that demonstrates human degeneration up to the hilt. We need woman to return home, to her femininity, to her natural beauty, to her primitive ingenuity and her true simplicity. We need woman to do away with this entire order of things and establish upon the face of the earth a new civilization and a new culture. Parents and educators should know how to bring up new generations with true wisdom and love. Male children should not only receive intellectual information and learn a trade or graduate with a professional degree, it is necessary that men get to know a sense of responsibility and walk along the path of righteousness. Upon the shoulders of a mature man weighs the responsibility of a wife, sons, and daughters. A mature man with a high sense of responsibility, chaste, sober, temperate, virtuous, etc., is respected by his family and by all people. A mature man who scandalizes people with his adulteries, fornications, quarrels, injustices of all types, becomes repugnant to all people, and not only causes himself pain, but also embitters his relatives and brings pain and confusion to the whole world. It is necessary for a mature man to know how to live correctly in this age. It is urgent that a mature man understand that youth has already passed away. It is ridiculous to want to repeat in maturity the same dramas and scenes of youth. Each period of life has its beauty, and one has to know how to live it. A mature man should work with extreme intensity before old age arrives, just as the ant acts in a foreseeable way, carrying leaves to its anthill before the hard winter arrives. In the same way, a mature man should act with swiftness and foresight. Many young men miserably waste all their vital values, and when mature age arrives, they find themselves ugly, horrible, miserable, and failures. It is truly ridiculous to see many mature men repeating the madcap actions of youth without realizing that they are now horrible and that youth has left them. One of the greatest calamities of this agonizing civilization is the vice of alcohol. In youth, many people surrender to the vice of drinking, and when mature age arrives, they have not formed a home, they have not made a fortune, they do not have a lucrative profession, they live from bar to bar begging liquor. Frightfully horrible, disgusting, miserable people. Parents and teachers should pay special attention to young people, honestly guiding them with the healthy purpose of making a better world.